Hello everybody, how are you today? It's raining here in Texas, so I thought this would be a really good day to do a live. I didn't get to do it yesterday, and so today is just do it. Just do it. The other day I was, I was at a yoga class, and I did a reel on it, and my reel was just do it, right? Just put your big girl pants on and just do it. So today I wanted to talk about that because I had quite a few people respond to that. And so today I want to just go over procrastination and self-sabotage. And my name is Gail Taggart, and I want to welcome you to today's topic of just do it. And I want you to know that I love to empower women that are 60 plus to transform their lives, their fears, their doubts, their scars into strengths that they can use later to empower them to live their dream life. And it's just time to live, right? Just time to go. It is time to awaken your glow and let vitality flow, because that's what we want in our age. We are in a new chapter of our life, and so you know what? We need to experience these things. So who hasn't had limiting beliefs that have held you back? I know these are little nasty voices that are in our head that keep us stuck all the time, and they have us feeling like, what's wrong with me? Something's wrong with me. I'm not worthy, or I'm not, living up to what I should be doing, or why is so-and-so doing so much better than me? And, just different things like that. So those are limiting beliefs that we all hear and we all say to ourselves from one time or another in our lives. And I know that you sure probably have as well. I know I have. And so I know I've also been a victim of procrastination and limiting beliefs, which include consistency or lack of consistency, commitment, things like that. Drop me in a fire emoji below if you can relate to this, that you actually have done and had these same feelings of procrastination, self-sabotage. The feelings that you need to do something, but you dread it. You just dread it. It's like, take me to, I don't know, a skyscraper on top of, what do you call it? The Eiffel Tower. Take me up there and just let me look around and be scared to death, because that was one of my things, was fear of heights, and so I had to try to work on that. But I'm just really and truly, procrastination is serious, and I see it all the time. I see it with myself, I see it with my husband, I see it with people around me, I see it with people on social media, and so it is a real thing. And so really and truly, I want to just share this little story with you. When I was in high school, and I had a girlfriend, and we weren't even able to drive yet. We were, probably freshmen in high school. And we, said, oh, we're going to go get a summer job, and it's going to be so fun, this, that, and we're going to work together, and it's so much fun. So her big sister had to take us because we couldn't drive. Well, she had a Volkswagen Bug. And I assume everybody knows what those are, the little Volkswagen Beetles. And of course it had no air conditioning, and I lived outside of Houston. So it was in the middle of summer. So you can imagine how hot it was and humid. And we were going to drive probably a good 30 minutes into town. And I say into town because I lived outside of town, and into an office building. And so on our first day when we got there, we didn't know what to expect. We were like, okay, we're getting a summer job. We're cool. We're going to have money, and, can go buy our makeup and our jewelry and do new clothes for school and all that kind of stuff. Well, we got there, And they just said, okay, this is what you need to do, and here's a phone book. You need to call, keep calling and get, give this offer to these people. And well, that lasted probably about 2 weeks for us, because we were like, yeah, no. We got tired of being hung up on, or, someone not saying nice things to us, and you know how it is. And so, anyway, so that was, thank you for watching, Saeed. That is something that we all suffer with, and I did not want to do that. It was just tough. So when I worked for my insurance, I was an licensed insurance agent. I still am. And I worked for a company, and I won't name it. It's a big company. And I worked for an agent who was wonderful. And every day we would go into our office, and there were 3 of us ladies in there that we divided the alphabet up into, which are all the people, all the customers in the office. And we had a certain block of customers. And I had the biggest block. Mine was, I think, 350. And so every day when we walked in, there was a computer sheet of paper, because that's what they did back in that day. And they put a computer sheet of names and phone numbers on it and addresses. And our agent had to meet a certain number, a goal, right? And so he had to meet a certain number of life insurance, a certain number of annuities and CDs and, IRAs and all of that stuff. And so we had to sell all that because we were in the insurance business. And so I dreaded every day. I dreaded going in there and having to start calling people on that list. I hated it because I did not like cold calling. I didn't. And when I was in the office and I had to call customers, I was perfectly fine with that. If a new customer called in and wanted quotes, I was perfectly fine with that. But you making me have that piece of paper in front of me, and you're saying, okay, I have to do so many in a short amount of time so that my agent can make his goals. Well, let me tell you, I just pushed it aside. I was like, oh, I'll do it later. I just pushed it aside, just do it later. Well, that's what procrastination and self-sabotage does. That is what it does to you. It's the definition of self-sabotage is a behavior refers to intentional action or inaction that undermines people's progress and prevents them from accomplishing their goals. Self-sabotage occurs when people hinder their own success. And so, really and truly, if I had just done the calls, the first 10 calls for 10 minutes, and just gotten it out of my way, my day would have been started out so much nicer. It would have been so calm and so smooth. I would have been great, right? So some of the other meanings for self-sabotage could be, like self-defeating behavior, destroying oneself's behavior, mentality, sabotaging your own self, meaning if you're on a diet and you know you're not supposed to eat that chocolate cake, but yet you go and you buy chocolate cake and you bring it in the house, then hello, you're gonna eat it. I know I would. And so why would you do that? So you're self-sabotaging yourself. It's a self-defeating mindset is what it is. And you've heard the expression shoot oneself in the foot. It's the same thing. So the reasons for it there's multiple reasons for procrastination and self-sabotage, multiple reasons. It's insecurities, it's low self-esteem, it's fears of getting hurt, it's fear of commitment, it's sometimes comes from unhealthy relationships. It's also a coping mechanism for a lot of people. And a lot of times it's something that happened in our past, whether when we were children or young adults, even in a marriage. Something triggered it to where you would want to not do something. You just kept putting it off and putting it off. Whether you've got to do a project for work and you know you have to do that project for work, but yet you're like, oh, I'd rather work on this first. I'll get to that later, right? Have you heard of that? I know I have. And so I just really and truly think that coping, you have to learn to cope with these problems. And so behavior, recognizing your behavior is one way. Identifying your patterns when you hold yourself back, avoiding a task or opportunity, which we all do, and we all know how to do that. Challenge your negative belief. Challenge yourself. You know, say, okay, I'm going to do this. Hi, Michelle. It's nice to see you. Challenge yourself when you've got a negative belief. Just train their mind to turn that negative belief around. Reframe that negative belief of, I can do it. I just do it, right? If you've got that paper to do, or you've got something to do for work, or if you've got those goals to write and you haven't done it, or if you've said you're going to go walk today and you didn't do it, it could be anything, right? So you have to change. One is small. Make small changes, achievable goals. Change your negative beliefs into positive. Just do it. Just do it. And that's the name of my title today. It's just do it. Don't talk yourself out of it. I went to a yoga class on Monday. I almost talked myself out of it. I almost did. And then my husband was like, oh, you know what? Just go. You'll be fine. I hadn't been to yoga in months. And so I was like, oh, I'm dreading it. Because, I'm, out of the routine of going. I was not as limber. I was just like, I want to go, but I don't want to go. And, have you had that? If you've had that before, drop an emoji fire, because I want to know if I know I'm not the only person that's felt that way. And then another one is to set small, achievable goals. Break them down into small chunks, small things, right? And so, in the morning when you're starting out, and you're going to start your morning, and you meditate in the morning, start out for 5 minutes. Don't go for 20 or 30 if you've never meditated before, because that is already defeating. You're going to defeat yourself. You're not going to do it because your mind's going to wander, because you're not trained. You haven't trained your mind yet to focus, right? You have to focus. And so it's the same thing with this, is you have to focus. You have to train your mind and get your mindset just the way you want it. So that's another one. And then another is practice self-compassion. Give yourself grace, treat yourself with kindness, understanding, and know that mistakes are part of growth. I learned a mistake just this past 21 days. I started a 21-day challenge and I didn't advertise it enough. And so therefore, I haven't had a lot of people involved in it. I didn't do my due diligence of getting out there and doing what I needed to do because I procrastinated. I just say, I'll do it tomorrow. I'll do it tomorrow. Well, then I didn't do it tomorrow. And so that is what you need to practice. And you need to say, it's okay. I can start over again and I can do it again. And then seek support. If you're having trouble, surround yourself with the positive influences and seek guidance from a coach or a mentor that can help you, that can lead you, that can help you talk through whatever it is that you're having the procrastination about, the self-sabotage, the limiting beliefs. It's all a mindset, ladies. It's all mindset. I have been there. Trust me, I've done it and I've been there. And I've been in a mindset group for over 2 years. And I have a mindset certification that I earned this past year. And so I understand the importance of it. I understand that it takes time. I understand that you just have to do it sometimes. You have to do the work. You have to do the work to get to the bottom of whatever it is that's holding you back, that's keeping you stuck, right? It's keeping you stuck, and you don't want to be stuck. How can we grow if we're stuck? How can you achieve what you want to achieve in your life if you're stuck? How can you get past those limiting beliefs and all of that? You have to work on it. You have to just do the work. Meditate, journal, tap, do the work, and then just reach out to somebody if you need help. Also, try new things. Don't be afraid. And you know, as far as procrastination goes, when you're trying to meet a goal, like say you're an entrepreneur and you've got a goal, right? And you want to reach 20 customers, but you're scared to death. Why are you scared? Why? Because those people on the other end of your text message or your voicemail or however you're communicating with them, they can't hurt you. They're not there. They're not going to hurt you. They are there because they are your friends and they want to hear your message. So you need to get it out there. You need to get it out there and quit playing mind games with yourself and just do it. Just do it. So you have heard, you have to do the hard things sometimes, whether you want it or not, right? And if you want to get new clients, like I said, then you just have to do it. Do the reach outs, do the conversations, do the follow-ups. Don't put it off. Do it first thing in the morning. Have non-negotiables and do it. Get it done, check it off, and you're done with it. So make you a checklist, and that way you put everything down that you're trying to achieve for that day, and then you check it off, right? And if at the end of the day you haven't checked it all off, it's okay. You don't beat yourself up over it. It's okay, trust me. I know. And so you just take that and carry it over to the next day and put it at the top of your list as number 1, right? Because you can do it. Just do it. Anyway, so that's what you need to do if you want to hit goals in your business. If it's any goal, if you want to hit a goal for fitness, if you want to hit a goal for health, if you want to hit a goal for your business, stop easier said than done. Stop self-sabotaging yourself. Do it. Just do it. And do the reach outs. Do what you have to do and be done with it. And then you'll feel so much better. You'll feel so good. And you can go celebrate yourself then. Then celebrate yourself. Celebrate whatever win that you have. Whether it's going and getting yourself a coffee, or going to get a pedicure or a manicure, or just go sitting outside and giving yourself 30 minutes, or go take a bubble bath. Whatever it is, always give yourself something for it because you deserve it. We don't grow unless we do hard things. Just do it. I will be holding a 5-day workshop via Zoom starting March the 3rd, and I would like for you to join me, and let's stop the old habits and that are holding us back, that are holding you back from your greatness. I will dive deeper into the limiting beliefs so that we can all understand what it is that's holding us back and holding us back from our dreams, our goals, our successes in life. Drop me a fire emoji below if you want to be a part of the Just Do It challenge. And I will give you more details as I get them. I'm just starting the paperwork on this and getting the outline on it. So if you want to get into this group, just do it. It's going to be a free challenge. It's only for 5 days, but I think it'll be very beneficial. And this is also, it's for women my age, but it's for all women. It's for all women. It doesn't, there's not an age on mindset. There's not an age on transforming your fears and your doubts and your scars. It's not an age it's not a number. It's not. It's what's in your heart. It's what's in your mind. And so we can work on that together. So if you're interested in getting into my 5-day challenge, just do it. then drop the emoji fire below, and I will be happy to give you more details once I get them. And until next time, awaken your glow and let your vitality flow. And remember to be kind to one another. See you next week. Bye.